Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. In the past, we've talked about virtual machines, specifically Parallels, which is a piece of software that is available for, well, OS X or Windows that allows you to run operating systems inside of operating systems. It's known as virtual machines. Machines that are virtual. And why would you want to do this? Well, in the case of Parallels on OS X, on the Mac, you could run Windows applications while you're sitting inside of OS X. You don't have to necessarily reboot or use another machine to get access to your favorite applications that only run on Windows, your favorite software. That's another word for applications. That's why people like virtual machines. And more, the hardware is becoming more advanced. It's becoming faster with certain optimizations that allow for faster virtual machine usage. Now, in the past, software development firms and tech support have used virtual machines to troubleshoot various issues on various systems while still staying inside the same session of Windows or Linux or OS X. But now, more and more people are becoming familiar with virtual machines. Microsoft acquired a piece of software known as Virtual PC, and it runs on both the Mac and on Windows. They've released it for free, so you can actually have virtual machines on your computer for free, as long as you have the original installation disks of Windows. Microsoft, as some have said, have crippled the power of Virtual PC in many ways, allowing you really only to install and mess with other versions of Windows while on top of Windows itself. Parallels allows you, much like VMware on OS X, these Parallels and VMware being two separate products, allow you to run Windows or Linux on OS X, but you can't run OS X on Windows, at least with some amount of ease or legality, and I'm not going to go into that right now. So virtual machine software is nice. It's good. It's great for testing. If you want to download something and you're not sure if it's infected or if it's going to ruin your computer, installing a virtual machine or Windows inside of Windows and running a virtual machine as another application on your desktop is one way that you can go about trying new stuff without necessarily harming your system specifically. Virtual PC available for free at Microsoft, or what I'm going to show you here is VMware. And VMware, no doubt, is the most powerful virtual machine software on the planet. Of course, that comes at a price. It's not free. Now, some people on OS X prefer Parallels. VMware, though, I think is going to offer very stiff competition as time rolls on, because virtual machines is the future of operating systems, and I don't even want to go into why at this point in time. Just suffice it to say, it's going to make computing a lot easier and rolling back to safer installations of operating systems a lot cleaner. I know that sounds complicated, but this isn't. Here, I've got Windows XP, but I'm actually running Windows Vista. So Windows XP is inside a virtual machine. I installed Windows XP inside this machine that thinks that it's running on a full-blown PC on its own. It's got its own hardware, its own RAM, its own disk space. It, for all intents and purposes, is Windows XP on a separate computer. It just so happens that this computer is a virtual computer, a virtual machine. The neat thing about VMware is that, and much like other packages, I mean, when I say packages, other software titles, virtual machine software that's available, I can flip over to another tab and look at this. If you can't tell, that's Linux. I'm running Linux inside of Windows through a virtual machine. Virtual machines are pretty neat, great for software environments that you want to test stuff in, great for, trying something without necessarily worrying about ruining your primary installation of an operating system. And I have to use general terms because, as I said, virtual machines are available for any platform. Windows, Linux, OS X, this is the future of computing, and you can start playing with it right now.